According to Wikipedia, Janis Lyn Joplin was born on January 1943 and died October 4, 1970. She was an American singer and musician, one of the most successful and widely known female rock stars of her era. She was noted for her powerful mezzo-soprano vocals and electric stage presence. In 1967, Joplin rose to fame following an appearance at Monterey Pop Festival, where she was the lead singer of the then little-known San Francisco psychedelic rock band Big Brother and the Holding Company. After releasing 2 albums with the band, she left Big Brother to continue as a solo artist with her own backing group. First the Kozmic Blues Band and then the full Tilt Boogie Band. She appeared at the Woodstock Festival and on the Festival Express train tour. 5 singles by Joplin reached the Billboard Hot 100, including a cover of Kris Kristofferson's song Me and Bobby McGee, which reached number 1 in March of 1971. Her most popular songs included her cover versions of Piece of My Heart, Cry Baby, Down on Me, Ball and Chain, Summertime, and her original song, Mercedes-Benz, her final recording. Joplin died of a heroin overdose in 1970 at the age of 27, after releasing 3 albums, 2 with Big Brother and the Holding Company, and 1 solo album. A second solo album, Pearl, was released in January of 1971, just over 3 months after her death. It reached number 1 on the Billboard charts. She was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995. Rolling Stone ranked Joplin number 46 on its 2004 list of the 100 greatest artists of all time, and number 28 on its 2008 list of 100 greatest singers of all time. She remains one of the top-selling musicians in the United States, with Recording Industry Association of America certifications of 18.5 million albums sold. On Sunday evening, October 4, 1970, Joplin was found dead on the floor of her room at the Landmark Motor Hotel by her road manager and close friend John Byrne Cook. Alcohol was present in the room. Newspaper reported that no other drugs or paraphernalia were present. According to a 1983 book authored by Joseph DeMona and Los Angeles County Coroner Thomas Noguchi, evidence of narcotics was removed from the scene by a friend of Joplin and later put back after the person realized that an autopsy was going to reveal that narcotics were in her system. The book adds that prior to Joplin's death, Noguchi had investigated other fatal drug overdoses in Los Angeles where friends believed they were doing favors for descendants by removing evidence of narcotics. Then they thought things over and returned to put back the evidence. Noguchi performed an autopsy on Joplin and determined the cause of death to be a heroin overdose, possibly compounded by alcohol. John Byrne Cook believed Joplin had been given heroin that was much more potent than what she and other LA heroin users had received on previous occasions, as was indicated by overdoses of several of her dealers' other customers during the same weekend. Her death was ruled accidental. Both Peggy Caserta, Joplin's close friend, and Seth Morgan, Joplin's fiancé, had failed to meet Joplin the Friday immediately prior to her death, October 2nd. Joplin had been expecting both of them to keep her company that night. According to Caserta, Joplin was saddened that neither of her friends visited her at the landmark as they had promised. During the 24 hours Joplin lived after this disappointment, Caserta did not phone her to explain why she had failed to show up. Caserta admitted to waiting until late Sunday night to dial the landmark switchboard, only to learn that Joplin had instructed the desk clerk not to accept any incoming phone calls for her after midnight. Morgan did speak to Joplin via telephone within the 24 hours prior to her death, but little is known about that call. She used a phone at the Sunset Sound Recorders where her colleagues, they were perhaps 20 to 25 people present, wrote biographer Myra Freedom, noticed that whatever Morgan said to her made her very angry. Peggy Caserta has insisted that Joplin's death was not an accidental overdose, but rather a result of a head gas suffered after the hourglass heel of her slingback sandal caught in the shag carpet, causing her to lose her balance. Caserta does not concede, however, that drugs and/or alcohol may have played a role in hastening her death that night. Joplin was cremated at Pierce Brothers Westwood Village Memorial Park and Mortuary in Los Angeles, and her ashes were scattered from a plane into the Pacific Ocean. Janis Joplin was a member of the 27 Club.